Hello, everyone. It's Maddie. If you are new here, I am a mom to two girls. I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. I homeschool. I live in Texas. Yeah, it's a little bit about me. And another thing about me is that I am a type B mom. I spent a lot of time, especially when I had my first, like, I really wanted to be a type A mom. I'm someone that struggles with anxiety, and I really thought that I that I wanted to be a type A. I'm not a type A mom. I am definitely a type B mom. But I think that, which if you don't know, a type B mom is a mom that more goes with the flow. Okay. Um, More laid back, more, none of our days look the same. None of our days look the same. Um, we, which I'll get into that a little bit. I do make time for things that are important, like homeschooling and stuff like that, but none of our days look the same. And that can be kind of stressful. So I want to share kind of how I navigate being a type B mom in a way that works for me, and maybe some of these tips will be useful for you guys as well. If you are a type A mom, I applaud you. I really do, because I swear, like, my brain just does not work that way. But I have 4 tips that I have, or yeah, 4 tips that I follow that have really changed my life. So I'm going to share them with you guys today. Before we jump into my tips, though, I did want to say that you should subscribe. It is completely free to subscribe. I post like some vlogs, some cleaning content, lots of hauls. I love Dollar Tree. It's a problem. And I'm also very active on TikTok and Instagram as well. And my username is the same everywhere. I'm also on LTK now, which is Like to Know It, which is really special to be invited to. So I'm very excited. I can link basically anything on there. And yeah, I'm really excited. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the tips and tricks. So the first thing is that we have routines over schedules. And what I mean by this is that we do have a morning and night routine. They just don't happen at a set time, which I know some of you like might be clutching your pearls. This is not a video for the type A moms. Okay, this is for the type E moms. And the other thing is striking that balance between like what is a good morning routine for my kids and myself, and kind of what does this look like, and being open to change was a really big thing as my kids grow and change and all of that stuff. For me, which, okay, our routines could be a whole separate video, honestly, but there are things that have to be done. We have to brush teeth, we have to do our hair. I get my kids dressed every day. That's not something everybody does. I'm not judging you if your kids wear in pajamas all day. Some days my kids do put on fresh pajamas for the day. I get that. But I do have my kids change their clothes in the morning as well as at night. And I do bathe my kids every day, which again, that's not for everyone either. But those are things that are important to me. So I picked those things, and we have set routines where my kids know what to expect. And I think that's really good for us. So kind of finding those routines can help you kind of find your natural flow, if you will. They don't happen at set times. I'm telling you right now. And we also have a short version of the routines. Like if we have an appointment to get to, or if we've been out really late, we get the important things done, which you do kind of have to categorize like what absolutely needs to be done. But once you do, it's so much easier. So that is my first tip. That is routines over schedules. My next tip is the oh shit kit. And this is something, it's a basket from Dollar Tree of stuff that I keep in my truck. The oh shit kit, again, I could make a whole video on this, but it is basically anything that we will need in a pinch. It has extra clothes, it has extra diapers, it has wipes, it has hair ties. It does have a first aid kit, which has come in handy. It's a very basic first aid kit. Most of the stuff is from Dollar Tree. I have bug spray, sunscreen, extra sunglasses. I have just a ton of stuff in there. I think I might even have snacks, like snacks that won't like get gross in the hot car. It is just anything we might need in a pinch. Okay, and it has come in handy so much. Like my friends will randomly need some really like obscure object, and I'm like, wait, no, let me go check my car. It's probably in my oh shit kit. And that's what I call it. Absolutely. If you are a type B mom, here's the thing. This is where the oh shit kit has come in handy several times recently. We were out at a birthday party outside recently. There was mosquitoes. Nobody else had bug spray. I did. I had bug spray. I bought it last summer and put it in my truck. I don't. And then also recently we went to a birthday party. Me being a type B mom, I did not realize it did say on the invite that I had gotten a month before, because my friend planned ahead, that there would be water activities, and I didn't pay attention to that. I forgot, and I didn't realize until we got there, and I was like, oh my God. She did say they were going to do water balloons and stuff, but me being an organized type B mom, I had extra clothes for them in the car, so they could still do the water balloons and all of the fun things, and I could just change them after the fact. Highly recommend a no shit kit. It's going to look different for everyone. I could make an entire video on mine, and no, it's not super aesthetic. It's a Dollar Tree basket with stuff in it, okay? I also keep like feminine products, just like anything we might need in a pinch. It is in my car. Okay. This next one is not going to be for everyone. This was something I started doing after having my second. And I will say, let me preface this. My kids are 2.5 years apart. So my first was potty trained by the time I had my second. And then I never did formula or bottles. I just breastfed on demand. I also never did pacifiers. So what I have to carry in my diaper bag may look very different to what you have to carry in yours. In my diaper bag, I need diapers, wipes, snacks, my 4-year-old's inhaler. That's pretty much it. So that being said, I am able to overpack my diaper bag. I fill that thing up. Do we need 20 diapers in the diaper bag? Not for today, but I overpack my diaper bag on purpose, and I will refill it as needed if I notice we're running low on snacks or I notice whatever. So I don't have to check it every day, because I would forget to check the diaper bag. So I saw the problem of I'm forgetting diapers, I'm forgetting wipes. Like, this is really stressful for me. I'm not remembering to check it. I'm just going to overfill it. And I do. I overpack my diaper bag. But again, it comes in handy because I've been out with people, with friends, with lots of people. There's been several instances where someone needs diapers, wipes, whatever. I have it. And I always have more than enough snacks. That is another thing. I am the snack mom. I am your mom friend with all the snacks. I even have snacks for me. Would you like a mom snack? I have snacks. So that is something. I'm overpacking the diaper bag, and it works really well for me. Like I said, it's not going to be a thing for everybody, but it works really well for me. My last official tip is to write out things. Whether this is on your iPad or your phone or whatever, I like to write out physical lists. Usually on Sundays, I plan out our week, and I use this actually. And I write down anything that I might want to go do with my kids. And then I also have this planner, which has any upcoming appointments. So I pull this out and I write it on there. And this might seem like a lot of writing. This helps my brain. I also have a ton of list pads from Dollar Tree, and I will write out lists. And sometimes they are very random. Sometimes they don't even make sense to anyone but me. But my brain, because my days are kind of all over the place and kind of unpredictable, it can get very noisy in my brain. And I'm sure this is a thing that a lot of moms can relate to. And for me, the answer is so simple. Write it down. Write it down. There are times where my fiance is trying to talk to me and I'm like, hang on, I have to write this down. I need to get it out of my brain and onto paper so I'm not worried about forgetting it. I will write down anything and everything. Laundry. If I feel like I'm going to forget, literally. Some of my lists are so random, but it's out of my brain and onto paper. And this helps me a lot with going to sleep, or, if I want to play with my kids. The list isn't going anywhere, and I don't have to keep it stored in here. And that has been such a game changer for me. The last two things I want to share about being a type B mom, I said there was two, is that I do, like I said, I do breastfeed on demand. And I still breastfeed my 2-year-old, and my kids sleep in our room. And that's not going to work for everyone. But the reason that I'm sharing this stuff is specifically those last two things. I feel like there are a lot of women that come online that are type A moms. And that's fantastic. Like, I really love a type A mom, y'all. And then I feel like we see a lot of type B moms, though, that sometimes kind of, there's a difference between type B and neglect. And I feel like sometimes we see neglectful moms that are like, oh, I'm type B. Like, no, you're not, baby. You're neglectful, and there is a difference. But I think that there is so much stress put on moms of, you need to sleep train. Your baby needs to be in their nursery by 6 months, and you need to be knowing how much your baby's eating by putting it in bottles and all of these things. And that's where I was like, no, that's not who I am. I am type B. This is what works for me. Y'all, I am getting married next month, and I am a type B bride. Let me tell you. Okay. And so I think that knowing that about yourself and embracing it and finding ways to work with yourself is such a valuable thing in life, but especially in motherhood, that I have learned is to figure out what works for me and my family. And here's another thing. Everything is ever changing. Everything is constantly changing between my kids, me, just everything, the dynamics of things, and being able to go with the flow and go with the changes has been really good for me and my family. So yeah, because one day your kid starts brushing their teeth, and one day your kid can give themselves a shower, and like all of these things happen, and it feels like so slowly but so quickly at the same time. And I think that you do have to be adaptable in motherhood, even if you are a type A mom. And that's another thing with parenting. Y'all, I swear I will be like on top of my parenting, and then they'll start doing something new, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing in this situation. I haven't been here yet. And my favorite is, I guess that there are women, mothers around me that admire me as a mother, which means the world to me. But there are moms that will ask me, what would you do in this situation? Girl, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm honest about that. I wing this stuff every day. You are not going to find me coming on here. I do have like some tips and tricks up my sleeve. I'm not going to lie. But I also am not like, I know everything and I would do this. I mean, I can tell you like I'd probably handle it this way, or my kid did that and I did this, but I'm not the end all be all. And I think that especially if I'm going off on a whole tangent here, but if you are a more seasoned mom and another mom comes to you, it is so important that you tell her every kid is different. This is what I would do, but you have to make your own decision. You don't get to judge her for coming to you and asking you for advice, and then if she doesn't take your advice, that's not how this works. And you need to support her. You need to be like, yeah, it's hard, but like you're doing it. It's really important. Okay. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm a proud type B mom, like I said, a hot mess express, but we're thriving. I am thriving as a type B mom, and I think it can be done, like I was saying. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys later. Bye, guys.